Lately, well, ever since we've tagged that monthly expected move with some potential reversal signals, and we started to talk about the dollar, we've talked about the risk of trading in these areas, especially if you are trading, say, 2 to even 8 weeks out, like myself. We've noticed that the daily MACD was able to cross down, and we're worried that, hey, can this cross up and keep going, right? I think a lot of people wondering that at this point, and you do think about times where you did just get these little 2 to 3% pullbacks 2 to 3% pullbacks that continued to the upside. So we want to consider that in our trading. But as of right now, we've been over these things many times. We've mentioned the dollar many times. If you want to go back and look at the previous weekend's macro video, we will have a new macro video coming out on Saturday to go over those things once more for everyone. We note the risk of this area, the risk of some kind of retracement or further pullback at this point. So we're going to get into the shorter time frames. We're going to get you those updated daily expected moves for the SPY, for the Qs, and for IWM. And remember, Patreon members, yes, we did have a chat earlier this morning discussing a lot of those things like the dollar, like the 10-year yield, and other topics. But we will be putting out the daily expected moves for all the rest of the stocks on the right side of your screen later tonight when I do get a free moment away from the girls. But for now, I got to get into the SPY. We got to get you those daily expected moves. We did notice a 2-hour curl up here, which always suggests, hey, as that is by the center line, as that is positive territory, test the high and go make a new one is on the table. And we see a test of that high kind of showing here for your daily expected move. We see 749.70 to the upside. We see 735.74 to the downside. This tells us very simply that if everything here is good and dandy for the bulls, then we should see no type of rejection here, no kind of cross down. As of right now, with the confirmations we have for tomorrow, the most probable thing would be to go up to these levels, but we know the risk of this area. So paying attention to both sides here is going to be a fantastic thing. This is a time where you really want to watch if this is able to confirm down. This will be something to react to, because if you confirm down here, you are actually setting up and saying that this is a lower high. And you notice that we actually did take out this level. Now, that was pretty brief, but if tomorrow's going to mean anything with the bottom side daily expected move, we might want to go into the 30-minute chart and say what? Well, we want to see if the 30-minute chart is going to show us some kind of hint. And we do see something very interesting right in here. So as of right now, if everything's good, then this 30-minute MACD should never cross down. We're going into those good buyers, and upside should be the most probable thing to happen going into the weekend. But there's a lot of risk going into holding over the weekend because of that monthly expected move. The monthly expected move is a great guideline for, hey, is there risk? Is there reward? And right now there is a larger amount of risk. But we do notice that if the 30-minute MACD would curl down and not really just hold above these levels, but instead take out this level down here of about 737, we can see how the market would kind of want to shape up that 2-hour would cross down as well. If you do this, you can set up a little mini head and shoulders over in these areas. And so you just want to be aware of this going into the next session. It is pretty cut and dry, pretty simple here. If things are remaining curled up on the 2-hour chart, I think this is the best signal to pay attention to if you're trying to kind of trade like water. It's, hey, this means we should head up, right? But if it fails, then we might be setting up a lower high, and we might have the recipe for a deeper pullback for the daily. And once this is, or if this is able to go negative, very likely it will go down for 2 more pushes as we look for kind of 2-hour divergences before this reverses around. Remember that the reason we're really talking about all of this right now is because of the dollar. The dollar is a huge signal right now, suggesting, and we talked about this on Patreon, that this could be a major top. I have discussed this thoroughly in videos on YouTube. I have discussed this thoroughly on Patreon even this morning. And we overall talked about the fact that even though the dollar is suggesting that a major top is forming right here, we still need to pay attention to the SPY being able to get to 800 or 796.10 at some point during 2026. 796.10 is the yearly or annual expected move that I calculated using the options data, just like all of these lines in here. These are some of the best support and resistances you will ever see in trading. And then at the same time, these levels act like magnets. Do you see how we headed straight up to the monthly expected move like a magnet, and then we were able to see some resistance there? Great example The Qs, they overall were suggesting something here that we do have those 2 hour divergences up here, and this could be a reversal. If we take out that low, then it starts to become probable. But as of right now, you've curled up in positive territory. So if the bulls are able to hold on to everything here, it would say test the high and go make a new one. But price action is slightly disagreeing with that, saying you need to watch out for a lower high. That lower high would very simply be confirmed by curling down before you're able to make a new one. Lower high, very simply, if this 2 hour is able to curl down closer to the center line, you are at more risk of going into a negative trend where you can see bigger moves to the downside. So I wanted to point that out, and you have great little structure in here with that head and shoulders, and we've been talking about this for a while. So your daily expected moves, if all things are good and dandy and the bulls are able to hold up here, it would say a test of the high, go make a new one, makes sense with 723.51 being your daily expected move. But just recall going into the weekend, that could be a little risky as you are outside of the monthly expected move, aka 68% chance to close down here, 32, or some people would even say 16% chance to close out here by the end of the month. So just be aware of that. And something else is you can set up another divergence point here and set up triple divergence. So really be on your toes here. This is a time where the dollar is shouting at you saying things are a bit risky. And we see 705.51 to the downside. 705.51 to the downside most likely will not hold if this 2 hour is able to decisively curl down. But if it's not able to be decisive, then we might use it for some kind of structure. You can see it's very similar to the SPY being that left head and potential right shoulder. We could go down to the daily expected move. Notice that it is right by the monthly. This level can act like a magnet where you could find support because we are above it. And then maybe we are able to carve out some kind of lower high that is shown to you on your MACD and in the price there. That would be very, very nice. But overall, I think the big signal here is, hey, if the 2 hours curled up, we should head up. If that starts to change, then something fishy is going on here, and the dollar is making you pay attention to that. As of right now, we need to go over the IWM pretty briefly here because IWM is completely different than the SPY, than the QQQs. IWM still has not taken out this level of 285.84. That is critical because if you're able to curl down here for IWM, you actually are in the ballpark of a riskier move, as this is directly in negative territory if that would curl down in the next trading session or two. So paying attention to IWM saying, hey, if the 2 hour crosses down here, the market is risky. Yes, we can always see more tricks and traps. That's why we say trade like water on this channel. But if you really want to be convinced that this market can go back to bullish, you want to see a sizable move here, and you probably want to see another pullback to get another move to the upside. As of right now, I'm not necessarily leaning towards that right now. We see the 30-minute is positive though. Maybe we need to set up some kind of lower high. Maybe we need to set up even some kind of divergence before we are able to see that come to fruition. This is a very important time to really be paying attention, and I think that overall this 2 hour crossing up is a good thing. But until I see this market really carve out that 2 hour high or low, and this market overall being risky for IWM, being that the yearly expected move is literally right above you, there's a lot of risk in this area. We already went over the Qs monthly, the SPY monthly expected moves. That means that a pullback is still more highly probable than some kind of even 5% squeeze, but we'll let the market prove itself and react accordingly because that's our job as traders. As of right now, we need to go over to the VIX. Now, the VIX did fail, right? The VIX is failing, failed to curl up over here. We were actually calling out that the VIX on Patreon, we were calling out the VIX could make some kind of 30-minute divergence down here. You see that is wiped out on the MACD, but if we blow up this RSI, you can see it is intact on the RSI. So you do have a form of reversal signal that is only formed right now, not confirmed. But if the 30-minute is able to confirm to the upside, because it's not on the MACD, you have to be open to another curl down. But as of right now, with that divergence on the RSI, if that is able to confirm, it would require some kind of reaction in my book. We are really paying attention to this because as the daily does look like it wants to cross down, which definitely can happen, that could open the door to some kind of 1504 test and lead towards some kind of squeeze. We're being hypercritical of the market because the weekly chart is still right by that center line. And if this weekly is ever able to curl up for volatility, it will start to agree with the dollar and say this can be a major top, because if the weekly is able to curl up right here, it would say test the high and potentially even go make a new one. We could even test the trend line in this type of area. That would be very, very interesting to test that. So Is there risk in the market? Well, I still believe that paying attention to this signal is the best thing. This is already confirmed. We talked about the daily divergence already confirmed, and it's still holding at those high levels while the market holds up. And remember, the dollar did not bottom over here. The dollar bottomed over here. We are still at elevated levels. And now this signal suggests that the weekly chart for the dollar is about to get going at a critical trend line. So you have to be cautious in these areas. And overall, that just means, hey, maybe I mitigate risk a little bit. Maybe I just practice some tighter risk management. Maybe I practice tighter stops. Maybe I use smaller position sizes. But these are all just suggestions, in my opinion. So I hope that you were able to take something helpful away from this video, even if it is just those daily expected moves. But we will be putting out the rest of those daily expected moves on Patreon. And if you would like to see this morning's Patreon update, where we did go over the dollar, over the 10-year yield, and things like that, you can join Patreon in the link in the description. Thank you guys so much for joining today, and I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching this video, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Go say hi to the family, go spend some time with family, and make sure to hug your loved ones out there. All right, that's the important part about life. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace out.